Alright guys, so I'm gonna be honest with you real quick. I woke up in a pretty crappy mood, which does not happen very often at all. But the thing that I always go to whenever I wake up in a bad mood, I just go watch my team's montages. Now, I don't know what it is, but watching our team play under high pressure, you know, playing in tournaments, whatever it may be, seeing us succeed and beat teams that are really good Call of Duty teams just puts me in the greatest mood ever. And it got me thinking, you know, what out there is really better than Call of Duty? And I hope some of you guys are on the same mindset as me. Nothing is better than Call of Duty. Now, obviously, I'm just kidding around. There are things out there that are better than Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is probably one of my top 5 favorite things in the world. And I think you guys can agree with some of the ones that are in front of it. Alright, so first and foremost, we got friends and family, of course. Next up, we got sleep/food. You can argue those 2 and 3. Everybody loves sleep and food. More specifically, Chipotle. And then I would say Call of Duty is a pretty close 4th contender. Nah, but I wake up every morning and there's always one thing that is on my mind over everything else, and that is Call of Duty. Now, I don't know if it's because I do YouTube. I don't know if it's because I compete. I don't know what does it for me, but the first thing that I think about when I wake up is Call of Duty pretty much every day. What am I going to do for the day? What am I going to make a video on? When am I going to live stream? And then the thought enters my mind, when am I going to go get Chipotle? You know, there's a daily schedule. Now, I was speaking with someone about this yesterday, and the one thing that I asked was, do you think that I have a dream job? And they said yes. And it's because anything that, you know, you enjoy doing and you get to do for a living, that would always be, you know, somebody's dream job. But to most, this wouldn't be a dream job. This is like a joke to most people. You know, people hear competitive Call of Duty and they think, you know, this kid's a nerd. He's wasting his time. He's wasting his life. What is he doing all this stuff? And I'm sitting here like, I freaking love what I do. But to be brutally honest with you guys, sometimes I get really sick and annoyed of Call of Duty. Like, sometimes I'll just have an awful off day and I'll be like, this sucks. Like, I don't freaking like this at all. And then the next day, surely enough, I'm right back on Call of Duty saying, nah, it's still pretty cool. I still like COD a lot. If you guys could have one job that you would consider a dream job, I'm curious as to what it would be. I'm sure that a lot of you guys would say, you know, doing YouTube, live streaming, being a competitive video game player, whether it be Call of Duty, whether it be any, you know, PC game, CSGO, League of Legends, Halo, whatever it may be. I'm willing to say that a lot of you guys would say that this would be your dream job. My brain works in a way that it doesn't think very much during the day. I'm sure that a lot of you guys know this. It doesn't think a lot during the day. But right whenever I lay down to go to sleep, you know, go sleepy bye, whatever, ZZZ, I always start to overthink and I think about a lot of different things. And one of the recurring questions that always comes up in my brain is, what if all of this went away? What would I do? Where would I be? What would I have done in life if YouTube, Call of Duty, and all of this whole niche that we, you know, live in wasn't a thing? And where would I be? It all sort of coagulated and formulated right whenever we went to the Optic House. That's whenever everything started. Obviously, I had plans before that. I actually skipped going to school to go to the Optic House. That was what I did. That was my, you know, sacrifice, my leap of faith, some might call it, to try and pursue this as a career. And I can't think what I would be doing without this. I mean, without this, I was going to college. I was going to college with a couple of my friends, actually. I was supposed to room with them. And I was actually on the fence and letting them know if I was going to be in the room or not, because they had to figure out the finances, who was going to pay for what, how much money we were going to need for rent a month. You know, I was going through the process like all that. So I would be at college right now, doing the regular stuff, going through the bookwork, studying, all of that stuff. But would I really be as happy if I was doing that? And the answer is no freaking way. This is like the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I think that a lot of people that do YouTube and live stream and all of that would say the same thing, because a lot of us at one point didn't know what this stuff was. We never heard of it. I found out about it probably like 5 years ago. Like, that's crazy to think about. 5 years ago, I was like, maybe I should try to do this. Maybe I should try to go pro. Maybe I should try to become a professional. And I never, ever thought that it would become what it is today. And one of the craziest things to think about is that I have played every single Call of Duty. Despite how young I was, I still played the original Call of Duty. I beat that campaign on Veteran when I was like, I don't even remember how old, but I beat that campaign. I guess what I was really trying to say through that whole heartfelt and emotional speech was that really, Call of Duty is one of the best things in the world to me. And I also guess what I'm trying to say is that don't ever give up on your dreams and always push. You never know what's going to happen. I came upon this, and did I ever think that this was going to be something that I would do all the time? No. Never. Even whenever I was grinding to become, you know, a pro player, that was where it all started. That's where I started. And then I eventually caught on to the whole YouTube slash streaming slash, you know, social media aspect of things. Fucking Skype. If you're gonna take anything from this video, take that you can do whatever you want to do. Put your mind 100% into it. Put your body 100% into it. Give it your all. Never give up, and you never know what can really come from an opportunity that you didn't see coming. If that makes sense. I don't know if that... I think that made sense, but I'm not 100% sure that that made sense. But it sounded pretty good. But I want to thank all of you guys for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you took something from it. And as always, this is your boy, Scump. Flame.